At one point, Cardi B seemed like she was about to become the new queen of hip-hop. With just one album to her name, she had already accomplished things that seasoned vets like Nicki Minaj never had, including a Grammy Award and a solo #1 single. But from the outset of her career, there was one ingredient missing, and that was the support of the genre that made her famous. Because for a whole variety of reasons, she wasn't ever seen as a real artist. And now, things are worse than ever, leaving her whole career hanging in the balance. It's your boy Luesta, and this is why rap doesn't respect Cardi B. At the moment,
That's a pretty aggressive title, right? Pretty aggressive, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's get to it. How y'all feel about Cardi B? Let me know down in the comments. Are you a fan of Cardi B? Are you still buying her music or listening to her music? Or are you tuned out? Let me know.
it really feels like the
Now I'm watching this video because I really don't know her background. I don't know how she came up in the game. I just knew one day she was there. So this breakdown right here kind of give me a little idea of what's going on. So let's go.
the Bronx rapper is in a new state of freefall. Much like her on-again, off-again enemy Nicki Minaj, the now 31-year-old rapper hasn't exactly been growing old gracefully. In recent years, her public life has imploded with the demise of her relationship with Offset that even led to assault charges when she caught up with a woman he'd allegedly sleep with. Elsewhere, she's been caught throwing a microphone at an audience member at a show just hours after she had done the same.
Oh wow, that's pretty aggressive, Cardi. That's your fans. They paying you. They paying. Come on.
She's been caught throwing a microphone at an audience member at a show just hours after she had done the same thing to her DJ. Back when she was on the rise, Cardi was billed as a feminist icon, bringing her sex-positive perspective to the industry while proving herself to be a talented entrepreneur at the same time. From defending her decision to launch an OnlyFans to the controversies over her lyrics, Cardi has relied on women to defend her when most men wouldn't. But in recent months, she's openly turned her back on them too, as her online
Now did women really defend her a lot? I don't. Man, guys, how y'all feel about Cardi B? Ladies, are y'all still rocking with Cardi? I'm either way. I know she had some nice songs, and everybody like when artists have good songs. They were a bit vulgar and edgy, but you know,
interactions got increasingly erratic.
I am not a feminist no more. You want to know why? Because you could get on social media and your hardest critics is women. Women are always out here looking for ways to talk shit about other women. It's like women worst enemies are women. And y'all like to be talking about that is men. No, every y'all bitch.
I know I got a few ladies subscribed that watch my videos. Is that true? Or women's biggest critic women? Let me know down in the comments.
After years in the public eye, it seems like the pressure and scrutinies of fame have gotten to her once and for all.
This is my villain era because when I be nice, y'all still talk shit. There's a lot of celebrities that be nice as fuck, and y'all still be talking shit about them. So it's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all already made.
At this point right here is when the industry starts to bleed into the artists. You could tell before she was real genuine. She was, but once that industry bleeds into your life, and you see things that you want to unsee.
Made up an image of me that I'm a super evil, whatever the evil bitch, whatever the fuck. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna be that because y'all bitch is getting me on my fucking nerves.
Now looking like she's ready to go at anyone who comes for her or critiques her music, including her fans, Cardi is now in a very tricky spot. But while she's publicly declared that she's entering her villain era, there are plenty of rap fans who've always viewed her as a plague on the culture, and at times, she's made it easy for them to dunk on her. But to understand this, we need to go back a little. Raised in the Bronx.
A lot of people think that Cardi sometimes answers questions for the black race a little bit. How y'all feel about that? Is it because of her being with Offset gives her that opportunity that she feel like she has to? Because for a while she's been riding some other waves, but we're gonna get back to it. Let's get back to this.
Cardi B certainly has the chaotic come-up story you'd expect from a New York MC. For one thing, she had made it on her own from a very, very early age.
I ain't decided. I got kicked out of home and everything. You know, a lot of people think, oh, it's because like I was like probably bugging in the streets or anything. I just really used to fight a lot with my sister.
Older?
No, she's younger than me.
Okay.
But you know, we both got like a little heated attitude, and like we just always used to break my mother crib, everything. Like it's like, oh, bro.
Y'all was doing it. Like,
Then my mom was like, I can't take this anymore. You gotta leave. Every time growing up, my mom said, if y'all leave this house and if I kick y'all out, don't ever think about coming back again. And it's like I
Yo, that's that New York life for real. I used to live in the Bronx back in the day, back in '87. But that's a black thing right there a little bit. I think was Trini and Dominican, Cardi. I'm from Trini, I'm from Tobago, but that's another story. But that's a real I remember when my cousin got kicked out. But yeah, that's a real thing right there, man.
I said, like I like to prove myself.
Yeah.
So as much as I wanted to go back, I just never went back because I always wanted to prove her something. And actually, I did went back, and I only lasted back like a week.
For Cardi, her initial fame necessarily didn't come as
Like a week.
a musician. Instead, the former stripper was introduced to the masses as a part of Love and Hip-Hop New York, where her wild personality and antics made her into a star.
All right. See, I knew none of this. I had no idea that. I remember when this show came out, Love and Hip Hop, but I don't do these types of reality shows. That's just not me. But this is totally new to me. I thought she was just some rapper that started rapping and came up. I never really looked into her backstory to see who she was and where she's from, but okay. So that makes a little sense now.
I'm classy, but I could be classier.
Just as her first experiences in the show began to air, Cardi launched her music career, and before the season had even concluded, she released her first mixtape entitled Gangsta Bitch Volume 1. But in a culture where J. Cole insulted Lil Pump that in 5 years you gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, launching a rap career from a reality show isn't a...
Yo, he just apologized to those guys about that. I did a video called J. Cole's a Hater. Check it out. But that was all around the same time. No, Cardi was popping back then. I remember she came on the scene like fire, like just heat.
great way to be taken seriously. So to begin with, the press were brutal with her.
What was the famous quote that you was gonna get your teeth taken out in the back or something?
Yeah, but I did that like
That was a
6
long
months
time
before
ago,
that.
yeah.
So
And you didn't actually get your teeth taken out to suck better dick anyway, so you didn't do it. It didn't actually happen, so it doesn't matter.
After spending 2 seasons on the show, she decided to depart from the platform that initially brought her fame to focus on her rap career. To begin with, she wanted to stress that this wasn't some kind of cash grab either. She wanted to be taken seriously as an artist. I don't want people to think I became a rapper because I was on Love and Hip-Hop, she said. There are a couple of songs that are on the mixtape that I did before Love and Hip-Hop. It just wasn't completely perfect. It wasn't completely perfect and everything takes time. It took me like a year to complete the mixtape. Everything I do, it takes a lot of time for me to do it because only the best sells, you know? If you want people to take you seriously, you gotta do the best. For example, my eyeshadow line. I've been talking about it for a year and it still hasn't been released yet because it's not the way I want it to be. It has to be extremely perfect. Only great things sell. Within the space of a couple years, Cardi has gone from the stripper pole to pole position in the race to become the challenger of Nicki's throne. If that seemed like a lot of pressure, then it was about to intensify when she was signed to Atlantic Records off the strength of a free mixtape. Explaining why she decided to link up with the major label, Cardi made one of many statements in her career that would make it obvious that when it came down to it, she valued the bag way more than anything else. I had a lot of deals on the table, but like they gave me the best offer. The one that I don't have to owe them much, and they gave me a lot of money, so I took it, Cardi said. They gave the right number, so I chose them.
They gave me a lot of money, so I took it. I didn't have to pay back much, but I took it.
It was significantly more than other deals. I heard a lot of good things, and they were really eager to work with me, so I was just like, if they want to give me this money, then it's because they're really gonna work hard for me. And in some people's eyes, Cardi was right, and Atlantic worked extra.
That actually does make sense. If they give you a lot of money, that means they see an investment. They see making money on you. They're not going to invest in you if they don't like you, or I shouldn't say if they don't like you, if they don't see them making any profit off of you. So yeah, she's 100% right about that. See, I didn't know a lot about this with Cardi B. I thought she just came into the rap game, somebody that was rapping online somewhere and got signed. But it seemed like she might have some talent. At least she could remember shit. You know, she's in show business. She's another actor
extra
or
hard to make
actress.
her career take off. But we'll get to that. First, she had to prove herself in the commercial marketplace, and it's safe to say that happened with the release of Bodak Yellow. The track undeniably became the sound of the summer in 2017, becoming the longest running #1 single by a solo woman rapper of all time. It was even such a phenomenon that it even boosted the sales of the Louboutin red bottom shoes she mentioned in the lyrics by over 200%. Since then, it's been played over 1 billion times
That's
on
crazy.
this platform alone. So in an instant, Cardi had gone from a novelty to a real
This was definitely her year. I remember she cleaned up this year. It was definitely a hot song. Hot song. That was, yeah, I remember that. And then, you know,
commercial
that was
force
the
in
only
hip-hop.
album I think.
And even though she knew she would never become people's favorite rapper, that didn't seem to really bother her all that much in the beginning.
I want to tell the people out there that thank you for supporting me. And if you don't, suck my dick. And I know you think because I'm
And it's funny, like she just told us to suck her dick, but that was so innocent. I guess I shouldn't say that, but that was so innocent that we all know she was joking around. And you could see how the innocence is still in her eyes when she first got in. But once she gets there and she find out how this industry is, you can see the change.
a woman, I don't have a dick, but I have a pink dildo in my dresser.
Why should people care about Cardi B? Why should people care?
I think you should care. Well, you don't have to care for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give you no money. I don't help you out. I don't do anything for you. I just make you laugh and entertain you. And if that's good enough for me, then you should care. If I don't entertain you, then you shouldn't care. You should move on with your life.
But from the moment that she became a mainstream star, hip-hop was already given reasons to withhold their respect. For one thing, she was hit with the allegations that she was using ghostwriters. And in case you didn't know by now, that's one of the most serious allegations that can be leveled at a rapper. It all started with Azealia Banks, who, after initially praising Cardi, turned on her when Bodak Yellow began to do a major number and left her on the receiving end of one of those infamous
Cardi B got ghostwriters. I did not know that. Is this the reason why she's not really in the limelight anymore? She need creators to help her create. Is that what it is? Hey, if you're a Cardi B fan, you follow Cardi B, leave me a comments. I did not know she had ghostwriters. This is all new to me. This, like I said, I listened to her when she first came out, but I didn't really follow her rap career because there's so many artists out now. There's so much content out that it's impossible for you to hear everything all the time. And wow, Cardi B got ghostwriters. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Friends with your boyfriend from jail and you fuck, they all call you a smart and say your ass is purple. I might get the nigga to write for me too. Kudos, dunce. Girl, everybody in the hood already said that you fuck for raps.
While these claims were never verified, we do know that one man who worked
That's a bar right there, though.
on Bodak Yellow was none other than the infamous wordsmith Partisan Fontaine. Despite Cardi's insistence that he's more of a co-writer than a ghostwriter, people really found that hard to believe when reference tracks for songs like her third single, Be Careful, started surfacing.
Reference tracks? Listen, once you see reference tracks starts coming out, that's like the end game. That's the blueprint to the end game. You got reference tracks? Wow. Okay.
Man, I thought you would have learned your lesson. Bro, liking pictures, not returning texts. I guess it's fine, man, I get the message. You still stutter after certain questions. You keep in contact with certain...
I know this song. This is one of her songs. I remember this.
Man, I thought you would have learned the lesson.
I love this song.
Liking pictures, not returning texts.
To begin with, Cardi was defiant.
So she didn't write this? Damn.
rant about it and wanted to let the world know that she had bars as well. But when that explanation didn't work, and people wondered why she should be a judge on Netflix's Rhythm and Flow when she doesn't even come up with everything herself, Cardi changed tactics. Instead of trying to clear her own name, she decided to try and bring everyone else down with her. And when that didn't work either, she once again proved that she was all about making as much bank as possible.
I like to make money. I don't really give a fuck about being lyrical. I don't give a fuck about this and that. If that shit don't work.
Yo, at least she's honest. She's honest about that. She's always said that. A lot of people look at it different, but she's in it for the money. The record company's in it for the money, right? From day one, all the record company care about is how much they could drain out of you to make another dollar. So why can't she do the same? I mean, I don't like some of her antics that she do, but she's right. She did to make money. Like, who cares about a classic album when you could just be making banging hits and get records that's spiking money, right? Why not? I'm with you on that, Cardi.
Work for me. I don't care. I like to make shit that's gonna make me fucking money. I like to make shit that's gonna climb me on the charts. Like, that's what I want. I want to be up top of the charts. I want to make money. I don't care.
Well, you got to drop an album. Drop good songs, do good music. If you want to be on the chart, drop good music.
None of that shit.
Considering how much people love and value hip-hop as an art form, this kind of attitude was never going to get her much support from people outside of the Barty gang. But still, she just kept right on with it. You think I'm mad? LMAO. It's #1 on iTunes charts, right? It's #7 on Apple, right? Me and Partisan getting paid while we sleep and achieving shit? How? Why are you mad at me? And why are you mad at your life? Ghostwriting may be one thing, but this wasn't even the only way that Cardi was accused of getting help. Remember back when she said that she signed with Atlantic because they were going to work extra hard to make her a star? Well, Hot 97's DJ Funk Flex was about to lift the lid on exactly what that meant. In a lengthy Instagram post, the radio legend unveiled his feelings on her rise to fame and said that there would be some payola involved. I think Cardi is a great entertainer and has great songs. I gave my opinion when she said she was the king of New York, and when I found out she didn't write her own songs, I met Cardi and her management, and I respected his and Cardi's hustle. But let's be clear, Cardi's team and many other artists in the beginning of their careers pay DJs to play records and say that they are hot. Since I never took a penny from a rapper, I'm not scared to speak on it. I have emails I've gotten from labels over the years with names and figures. Straight away.
You know, to go a step further with that, just like now there's the case going on with Drake and the same payola thing. Like, if the song's hot, the song's gonna go. You know, the payola sometimes, I know it's illegal, but it just gets plays for people to hear it. It's not like nowadays where everything's digital. Back in the days, you needed to play the record to get on the radio, or you needed to do something. If there wasn't payola involved in a lot of these, we wouldn't hear a lot of these good records. But when a record is heard and people like it, they don't need payola anymore to push it, really. It just goes because it's a good record. So if the record's going to take off, it's not because it was forced on us. We all knew she had good music in her early days. She made good songs. We all knew it. They were hits.
Cardi tried to discredit Flex's allegations, but when that didn't work, she started trying to play on people's sympathies. And while it may be the first time, it wouldn't be the last that Cardi would try to use her past to get a pass on present-day behavior.
Today, I'm going to give the haters exactly what they want, okay? So this is going to come out of my mouth since they want this so bad from me. Hey, everybody. Can y'all please stop watching my videos? Can you guys please stop talking about me? Can you guys please stop listening to my music? I deserve to be a stripper. My mom don't deserve to live in a crib. My child don't deserve to have a good life. I don't deserve no money. I deserve to be in the Bronx in 450 Woody Crest, apartment 3, some shit I forgot. There y'all go. Yeah, I got it. I said it out my mouth. I hope this made y'all niggas that talk shit about me richer. I hope this shit y'all blow it up. I hope this make y'all happy. I'm just trying to make everybody's dreams come true, even my haters. There you go.
But sometimes this backfired on her in a major way. As soon, one of her many Instagram rants taking aim at her haters and discussing her hardships led her to make an admission that has haunted her career ever since.
I remember her going off hinge with a lot of these rants. And we always listen. I was wondering, everybody's wondering what is going on with Cardi. You know, she all of a sudden just went Arab and just started going off hinge.
After she admitted that she drugged and robbed unsuspecting men, a lot of people officially washed their hands of her.
I remember when that also happened, and yeah, there was a big uproar about that. Bad is bad, right? So we shouldn't condone any of that. Seemed like she had a tough life coming up, but
to them, there was a clear double standard at work, because if a man had said anything like that, they would be outcasted from the industry. But Cardi was allowed to carry.
That's facts. Men can't say nothing like that. Not even think it.
On her career like nothing happened. Love everyone completely forgot about this, and there's still people out there that support, listen, and stan her. You want a powerful female artist? There are many more out there to look up to that have done fantastic progress for the industry rather than someone as terrible as Cardi B. In fact, not only was her career able to carry on as normal, but she was about to become one of the biggest stars in the game, whether people supported her or not. Just a couple of years back, the concept of the girl from Love and Hip Hop's New York releasing a record would have been laughed at. But when Invasion of Privacy dropped on April 6, 2018, it immediately debuted at the top of the charts. Before long, it set a new Apple Music record for the most streamed album by a female artist in a single week, with over 100 million streams. With singles like I Like It and Money, Cardi had a hit on her hands, and the album would stay on the Billboard charts for over 200 weeks.
I remember listening to this album when it came out. It was really good. Like I said, she wasn't a superstar on a straight uphill.
But even with all those accolades, no one would have imagined that a record like that would win a Grammy for Best Rap Album. But that's exactly what happened, with the project that had at least 3 writers on any given track, beating albums from people like Travis Scott and Pusha T, as well as the late Nipsey Hussle and Mac Miller. When the news was announced, a lot of people were heated, including Mac Miller's ex-girlfriend Ariana Grande. In a deleted tweet, she labeled the decision literal bullshit. For Cardi, this was a culmination of everything she'd worked for. But since then, it seemed like she's really taken her foot off the gas and been unable.
Why are they really hating on her? Because she got the ghostwriters? Because at the end of the day, it's no different than an R&B singer not writing her own material. A lot of them get writers. She still had to perform, and I thought she put out good music. That first album, it was really good, right? Let me know if y'all feel different about that. Is that why they were hating on her?
Really followed the project up ever since. Instead, most of the time you hear about her is for drama in her personal life or because of another issue with a high-profile peer. As I'm sure you know by now, Cardi and Nicki Minaj have been involved in a messy beef for years, which we've covered on this channel before. But even when all of that was going down, the Bronx MC consistently said she was all for women's empowerment in hip-hop. I really hate when people pit me against each other because it just makes me feel like I gotta move like them. Cardi said to XXL when asked about how the culture manufactures conflicts between women in the game. And I don't like moving like nobody else. Even last year, everybody was putting music out, all the females. Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat deserved. Because ever since she came out, Cardi has never moved past the sexualization that populates the mainstream of the culture. And on tracks like the smash single WAP with Megan Thee Stallion, she even caused major cultural debates about the potential effect on today's youth. Ultimately, a lot of this was overblown, and the lyrics were no different than what you've heard from Lil' Kim or Foxy Brown in the 90s. However, what even rap fans did take issue with is that there was a little...
She pushed that like really strong sex appeal. And like you said, it definitely, the culture needed a shift. She picked it up, but she didn't change it. You needed to shift, and she never did that.
hypocrisy about it. Shortly after the massive success of WAP, Cardi was celebrating the track on IG when Culture, her firstborn daughter with Migos' Offset, walked into the room. Straight away, she scrambled to turn the track off before she could hear a word. In that moment, it looked like Cardi knew that the messages in the music were potentially damaging, and social media users were quick to call her.
She won't let her kids listen to it. This was one of her top songs. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to look at stuff like that. You know, the stuff they push out to us is not what they play for their kids. Their kids don't consume any of that garbage, any of it.
So your daughter can listen to it, but everybody else's daughter can? Disgusting. After coming under fire for so many of her raps being sexually charged, Cardi did what she always does. Acknowledge that's where the bag is, and therefore her focus is at.
First of all, I rap about pussy because she's my best friend, you know what I'm saying? And second of all, it's because it seems like that's what people want to hear. I ain't even gonna front, because let me tell you something. When I did Be Careful, people was talking mad shit in the beginning, like, what the fuck is this? This is not what I expected. I expected this, I expected that. So it's like, if that's what people ain't trying to hear, then all right, then I'm gonna start rapping about my pussy again.
But while this was the case for a long time, Cardi is now facing the worst numbers of her entire career, as now even her fans are beginning to lose patience with her. At the moment, it's been over 6 years since Cardi B released Invasion of Privacy. From time to time, she teased a new project only for it to never materialize. All the while, the singles she's been releasing have been subject to diminishing returns, and chart positions have been in freefall since Up hit #1. Even working with Kanye West and Lil Durk couldn't get her back into the top 10 in 2022. In the meantime, Cardi has been taking on acting roles, releasing makeup lines, and even launching a non-explicit OnlyFans account, which reportedly made her over $45 million in 1 year. In other words, she's basically delivering anything other than her long-awaited music.
God damn. I know it's bad, but ain't no denying $45 million. Hey, the girl knows how to market. She knows how to market.
Music that her fans crave. And once again, she suggested that it was everyone's fault but hers.
Throughout this whole time, people was making rumors like, oh, she's having a problem with her label. Her label is shelving her. Her label is tired of her. They're getting more female talent. And it's like, no, they never tired of me. Okay, that's one thing. And labels, they don't give a fuck. They want you to put music out. Like, that's what they love. They want you to put music out all the time.
For a while, she was going as long as 9 months without giving fans anything. And according to her, it's because she wouldn't release music unless she felt like it was perfect.
There's male artists that they will go 2 years without putting a fucking song out. And they don't be like, oh, you're irrelevant, it's over for you. Me, I didn't put out songs for 9 months, and it's like, oh, she's irrelevant, she's over, she's a flop.
How y'all feel about that? I think she's telling the truth. A lot of people do expect music from her because her album was so good. It's almost like, was it Lauryn Hill who had one album, got like, I think 8 Grammys or something like that, and then we didn't hear anything from her again. It's kind of like that. When we hear good music, we want more. So the fact that people are asking for more and you can't do another album, and you keep hinting there's going to be an album, but it never happens, is you putting yourself against the wall by yourself. Just say, oh, you don't want to do an album, or just say that, but knowing what you put out in the first mixtape and the album, we want more. So you're like, that's not a one-hit wonder, right? Because she's still doing singles with other people, but we
told you that, and I'm like, yo, that type of shit started to get.
That's the stress right there. You can see the stress. She's starting to get stressed out now because it seemed like she has to go higher than what she accomplished before, and I don't think she can get there, or she doesn't think she can get there. That could be what the stress is. But like I said, earlier on, you could tell how energetic she was. She was excited. She was pure. And now you can see the stress of the industry, whether it's inside, outside, or around.
get to me, like crushing me. But it's like, I'm not gonna let that shit get to me to the point that I'm gonna put out a song that I'm not really in love with.
But as the release of her September 2023 single, Bongos, showed, Cardi may have lost the ability to know what's a hit and what isn't. Her second team up with Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B looked to replicate the success of WAP, and considering how worried she looked before it was released, she seemed to know it could be a make or break.
I am so nervous. I feel like I want to like throw up or something because it's like singles coming out. I feel really good. I feel really confident, but like I'm just so nervous because it's like you know that I'm always nervous. You know that I'm always nervous. I know.
For no reason.
I've seen you guys complain for months and months and months.
So let me ask you another question real quick. If you're not working on an album and you're only doing features, do you still need a ghostwriter for those? You should be able to handle that. Ghostwriters are kind of like for albums and, you know, you're doing a lot of work, so you need somebody to help you, you know, like a muse. But how would you feel if somebody had ghostwriters for singles as well? Is that what's happening with Cardi? Let me know what's the deal with Cardi's, what's going on, because I would like to know. I would like to know. And let me know what part of the world y'all checking in from, Peapod Cove. Let me know where y'all at. You're in the States, you overseas. I want to know. But yeah, let me know that, man. Back to Cardi.
Months. Not gonna lie to y'all, like you guys been hurting my feelings, but I understand that you guys been frustrated with me. So I wanted to make sure that I do this right for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
As it turns out, she had plenty of grounds for concern, as fans just weren't eating it up like the way they did with WAP back in the day. The subject matter is tired. The over-sexualization is old. I listened to the song once, but I won't listen to it again. It's just more of the same with this new single. Cardi needs to expand her artistry and explore new topics if she's going to have lasting power in the industry. Rapping about sex and how good she looks every time is just not gonna cut it. Peaking at number...
You know what's crazy with Cardi B? The fact that she has so much drama going on and she cannot figure out a way how to put that into her music. You know, I remember when Usher went through his whole mess, he came out with that album Confessions. That jump went like, I don't know how many times platinum. But if she write about herself and what she's going through and figure out how to way to make it good, because that's what true artistry is. But I guess because she's not a real writer, she's kind of lost. But hey, if you can make $45 million in 1 year on one platform and you got all these deals going on, you can find a good team to get where you got to go. But there's got to be something that's holding her back, because if you get good writers and good people to help you where you got to go, this shouldn't be a big problem. But yet she's struggling. Now, I'm not sure who she's battling with, herself or the labels or whoever, but a lot of times it's within. Look in the mirror. MJ said it.
52 on the Spotify charts, fans just weren't moved by it at all, and neither were longtime Cardi supporters like Joe Budden.
Remember I said all the top artists make songs like a science project, like AI made it? That's what this sounds like. This beat is undeniable because it's already worked. This is a beat that has worked. So we're going to put two of our biggest women rappers in the world on it, talking their normal shit. But I don't think this song is going to work at all. I hate the song. I don't think this song's going to work.
In recent months, Joe Budden has been a vocal critic of Cardi, arguing that the real problem is that she just doesn't want to release an album.
Cardi B is afraid, and I'm tired of just nobody saying it. Cardi B is scared to come out. It don't take this long to come out. They recently just found every year where she plugged that she was coming, dating back to 2019. It's like 6 different slides in different years of you saying, hey, I have something coming. Even this freestyle was previewed a year ago.
But as people like Joe have been giving their viewpoints,
and that's what I just said. Like, why she's definitely, I don't think she thinks she can top the first album. But she's making a ton of money. If she need writers or she need people to help with that, there's got to be people that can help her. Find the right producers, find the right, so she's obviously not listening to the right people or have the right people in place.
on where she's at career-wise, Cardi, maybe sensing that her lucrative career might be in danger, just keeps lashing out with rants like this one she delivered after the release of her song Enough.
So I'm always working and I'm hungry. I'm working like it's not even 2017. Fuck 2017. I'm working like I'm in 2016 and I have something to prove. Y'all niggas is mad at that. This shit ain't luck, nigga. This is work, nigga. I don't gotta pay shit to be on nothing. I'd rather chart low just so I can know what my fans like or not. What they got.
You want to chart low just so come on, girl. That's BS. That's BS. You sound that sound like some Drake conversation. No, it was Cole who said I didn't want to be my first number one to be a alley hoop. Dude, every time you put out music, even if it's a collab, you hope that song hit the #1 chart. Because your name on it, it's gonna be good. So stop capping, Cardi. Nobody's trying to chart low. You said you like making money. Ain't that what you said? Who want to chart low if they want to make money? The higher you chart, the more money you make, right? The more possible songs you get to perform, the more concerts you can perform. Come on, get out of here.
Gonna react or not. But fortunately, I charted high because this one motherfuckers want to hear. Bitches be talking, mouth be bigger than they pockets. I'm pretty, I'm litty, I'm running the city. I'm shitting on bitches in every department. There's niggas that haven't even been liking my record for a whole year. Even Joe Budden don't even that hits me. Even him said that this song was fire. Even him. Why would he lie to me? Why would Joe Budden lie to me? He don't even fucking like me. He didn't like my last record. How people that don't even fucking like me saying that this record is fire?
As she's gotten increasingly unsure of herself, Cardi has continued to taint hip-hop's opinion of her by lashing out at the female rappers she once claimed she wanted to empower. During her ongoing feud with Bia, she even claimed that she would sue her over a diss track over claims that she had cheated on Offset, which was maybe the least hip-hop thing you could possibly do.
Very nasty. It started very nasty, very aggressive. I was coming at her and she was coming at me. And then I called her back because I'm so appalled at the fact that she thinks that I'm copying her or that I'm stealing from her. Because there's nothing that she do that I like. I don't like her music. I don't like her style. I don't like how she look. I don't like nothing about her. I don't even see the bitch.
Intent on talking like she's the queen of rap, it's at the point where fans have really had enough. Because while she may be a household name, she's ultimately not contributed enough to the music world to be held in any high esteem. I know one album in 6 years ain't talking. Now she's moved on to Ice Spice after several subs.
One album in 6 ain't talking. Jesus. I'm telling you, man, you guys see out the comments. Them comments will humble you fast. Humble you fast. And here's another industry plant right in front of us.
Apparently surfaced on her album Y2K. Once again, she started talking like Nicki once did when Cardi was on the come up. These bitches have absolutely lost their mind. I'm getting all my lickbacks on my album though, on each one of you bitches. These bitches can't see me in numbers or status, Cardi continued. Y'all had way too much time to catch up. Can't see me in money, can't see me in real estate, fashion, and can't see me in person either. I'm not in a rat race with none of you bitches, and I'ma show y'all.
It's kind of like a scare tactic a lot of them use. You know, Nicki did the same thing when Cardi came out. Kim did the same thing when Nicki came out. I remember when that thing went down, when Foxy and it's all the same thing.
By now, her fans and critics have heard it all before in terms of promises of new music. Instead, Cardi keeps focusing on old glories, and as a result, each rant like this is met with absolutely savage responses. Your album that's never coming out, you can't even get your man back. At this point, it pretty much seems like Cardi is backed into a corner. The audience wants an album, but when she does release a track, it's not met with the same response because she's refused to evolve. And when she does go back to the hypersexual angle, as she did with her new feature for Rob 49 with On That Money, it just seems like a rehash of the past. Zero talent, just nudity and gibberish. But instead of acknowledging that it's up for her to make a change, she's routinely aimed at her own supporters, labeling them as pussies and even fat shaming them. Hollering because you feel hit? No, it's just annoying. This means a lot to me and it's always a complaint and crying with this pussy ass fan base. boss. See, the problem is that you want to create a cult, and I'm just too real for that. No, the problem is that you was even complaining when I was dropping music as well. Always got some shit to say with your 3 neck rolls. All in all, it seems like Cardi is in a spiral that she just can't get out.
Damn. Hey, listen, once you start going after your own fans, whatever comes next, that's on you. But you can tell that you can see the change. She's not the same artist that she was. You know, I'm sure she dealt with some things in there, because I know it's a lot harder for women in the industry than for men. And I guarantee she dealt with some stuff, some real stuff.
Out of. And rather than focus on her blessings, it's gotten to the point that she can't even accept an award which crowned her as an inspiration without going off on everyone.
So let me ask y'all a question, because she never came into the rap game as a rapper, well, into celebrity as a rapper. She came in as a show, or people say entertainment dancer. She came in on different genres. So does she really need to put an album out? Because it seemed like she's done one of everything. You know, she may never put out another. I don't think she's gonna ever put out another album. Let me know if y'all think Cardi B ever is gonna put out a second album. She's 31 now. It's been 6 years. This would be the time to do it. But let me see. And are you still a fan of Cardi B?
I'm really my biggest critic. And I always say this: nobody have it harder in the industry and in every genre harder than a female rapper. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you got to have the best verses. And not only that, you got to kill the charts. And then on top of that, your personal life got to be perfect. Or then the op bitches is going to use that against you. Oh, your husband, shut up. I make more money than all the niggas you fucking. Okay? So you know, sometimes it's hard to be yourself. It's hard to want to impress yourself in the music, because sometimes I don't like showing weakness in my music, because it's like, you can't see the pussy in me, bitch.
Now, she's giving reasons for even though.
That is a very strange award acceptance speech. It is what it is. It's Cardi B, you know, and whatever comes out, I guess you got to accept it.
Those who did respect her and her contributions to hip-hop to start to distance themselves from her. Facing sky-high expectations for her next album and no accountability for the many, many ways in which she soured hip-hop's audience's opinion of her, Cardi has a real uphill battle if she ever wants to reclaim a career that a lot of people already think has lasted way longer than it should have. The question is whether she even wants it badly enough, or if she's ever made the money she's craved and can't rekindle the passion that made her into a superstar in the first place. In a lot of ways, what Cardi B is currently facing at the moment is in keeping the state of female rap generally as it begins to decline. However, if you want to learn about the decline of female rap as a whole, you can check out the video I made about it on the screen. As always, it's your boy Luesta. Thank y'all for watching.
Hey, go over there and give Luesta a like and subscribe. They do good breakdowns over there. I like to break down some of their videos, because a lot of this stuff I actually missed when it came out. Well, that was a breakdown of Cardi B, and I got a quick question. Do you think she ever release another album? Because it's not like she's doing bad. She has other brand deals. She makes money. She knows how to make money. It's not like she doesn't, but I just don't see why she's not going to do another album. You know, she made $45 million last year on another platform. You got money to order to get the best writers, the best everything that you need, best producers. So how come nobody ain't gonna collab with you to create something? Because at the end of the day, all a record company want is music. As long as you make good music, you put it out, you're gonna like basically raise your, well, I guess you don't want to be raised. Well, let me know down in the comments how y'all feel. And I definitely know a lot more today than I did about Cardi B. She is definitely an icon. She changed a lot of things, I would say, in the game, in the industry. Even though she came in on her own way and she did things differently, she still changed a lot of things. She opened up certain doors. But if there were anything in here that was surprising about you, about the video about Cardi B, let me know down in the description. And I will see you again on the next one. Peace.